Hi, this is AprilPvd and PVD in my apartment. And I've been wanting to do this video for a couple of weeks, and I finally got around to doing it. For my birthday, I got me some AirPod Pro 2. I emphasize that because it has to be the AirPod Pro 2. I got it for several reasons. I had an AirPod regular, and I'd been using those for a while, and then they stopped. And I had also bought an AirPod Pro, but I hadn't been using it. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't. I don't know why. But my AirPods stopped, and so I started using the AirPod Pro, and they were fine. My birthday was the end of last month, and I decided to treat myself to the AirPod Pro 2 because they were on sale on Amazon for $169. They are $249 in the Apple Store. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me do that. So one of the reasons I wanted it is because it does have a built-in hearing aid, which I have been deaf in this ear for a few years, and I know I had some reduced hearing in this ear. So, but to get hearing aids, they're very expensive, and I listen to AirPods all the time. So to have something else on my ear, I didn't understand how that would work. But the fact that they designed AirPod Pro 2, or Apple designed AirPod Pro 2 to also work as hearing aids was very attractive to me. But of course, you know, companies say they're going to do something all the time, and then it never ends up being what they say it's going to be. So I was very, very, very skeptical. But I got them. For the first couple of weeks, I just used them as AirPods because, well, one of the things was I thought I would have to wear both AirPods to get the hearing aid effect. But and I had gotten so used to just wearing one AirPod. I don't know, it just was something, you know, how you get something in your head and you do it, whether it's logical or not. But I decided to go ahead and try the hearing aid test. And it's just like the hearing aid test you take at the doctor's. You have to press the screen whenever you hear the tone. You know, if you've taken a hearing test, you know that. And you always feel like, did I miss one? Did I really hear that? Or was that? But anyway, it's exactly the same. And you do it for both ears. I was surprised because I actually heard something on the left side, not a whole lot, but I heard a little bit of something, and that kind of pleased me. And I finished it and set it up for hearing aid, and I still wore just one AirPod because I didn't think it was useful for this one. But something wonderful happened when I went out and was around people. I could actually hear people. It was a really good feeling, and it was a really good improvement for my life. I no longer had to do that thing where I would go, what did they say? Or try to build words or sentences out of context, or nod my head, or you know, do that laugh when I really didn't hear what they said. I was hearing everything people said. Now, I walk in my neighborhood, I talk to my neighbors, I talk to different people, or even, you know, when I go into stores, I can hear all the conversations now. It was a really improvement on my life. And then I went to my first group gathering. Some co-workers of mine, or are they still co-workers even though I'm retired? I still think of them as co-workers. We got together over another co-worker's house, and this wonderful thing happened. I could hear all the conversations. And not only could I hear all the conversations, but I could focus on the conversation that was coming at me. Maybe I should start over because, wow, that's a difference. I could focus on the conversation that was directed at me, but I could also distinguish the conversations over here. So 2 people were talking over here, 1 person in front of me, people behind me, and all the conversations were flowing correctly. And there was no confusion as to who said what. I could even turn around and comment on a conversation behind there when something caught my attention. So that was good. And it was like, okay, so this was a really good purchase. I'm glad I did it. I'm very happy that I did it. But it got kicked up a notch. For some reason, I just decided to try to see what would happen if I put in the left AirPod. I didn't think it would make that much of a difference. But you know what happened? I can hear music in stereo. I can hear the music in stereo. Let me say that again. I can hear music in stereo. And maybe you're thinking that doesn't mean anything. I remember there was a television character. It was on Person of Interest. Amy Acker, I think her name was. She played Root. And the evil guys cut behind her ear to cut out her hearing in one of her ears so that she couldn't communicate with this computer. And they did it they made it so that she pointed out that she no longer hears music in stereo. And I remember watching that episode and thinking, oh, how awful. Music in stereo is wonderful. And then when it happened to me and I couldn't hear music in stereo, I was very sad. Very, very sad. But now I can hear music in stereo. So this $169 gift that I gave to myself is well worth the expense. It's the best birthday present I could ever have. I can hear clearer. Now, the other thing I said about hearing aids was also that they are more expensive. This $169, you cannot get $169 hearing aid of this quality and have a hearing test included. So I'm really happy. Just wanted to share with you. If you were hesitating about getting the AirPod Pro 2, I would suggest you go ahead and do it. It changed my life. It improved my life. Let's just say that. And I'm very happy with it. This is AprilPvd and PVD. Life is good. Kind of. Be safe.